had a lot going on. And my activities were aligned with my priorities. And so I never felt this app in particular could put me in danger. I was someone who was educated. I was a teacher for many years. I began peer counseling since high school, where I would be taking kids from class if they had grades that they could improve. I was trained to make them comfortable, open, and to give encouragement. So I considered myself as someone with discernment. Someone with wisdom. But what I learned from this past experience that I had with that evil entity that was sent in form of a human with proposal of marriage. I learned just because I show up authentically, just because I am transparent, just because I have my priorities straight, does not mean the next party is in alignment. It does not mean the next party is unmasked. It does not mean you are safe. So on this website, in years later, I was approached by whom I just mentioned, who wanted to connect. Saw my picture, gave me compliments, in a rush to exchange numbers, in a rush to meet, in a rush to connect. I personally could care less if I spoke to him another time after our first chat. There was no chemistry. And the records will show, when stated, "Why are you on here?" my reply was, "I'm bored." So conversating is something I'm open to when I'm bored. Besides, what happened there stayed there. I didn't have to get to know the person in person. I was behind a computer screen. And because I would be approached on a daily basis, I had no form of desperation. For what? What was that? What are my priorities? And as a matter of fact, a year prior to meeting him, I broke up my engagement. I left my engagement to my previous partner. Due to seeing a sign in him that gave me glimpses of domestic violence, after something occurred, it was over. This was a generational curse that would be broken in my name. And so this is something that was never negotiated. But in his persistence, and convincing, we met. No promises, no obligations, no plans. Later began to say, "I'm in love. I want a wife." And this is something you should note, those of you that are dating. Beware of those that come in with that in mind. I want to get married. I want to get married. I want to get married. Like it's a record. Beware. I was in a state of my life where I felt, this man says he's the son of a pastor. This man says He has a desire to fulfill a calling that led him to believe that in this lifetime that he would be a pastor. My understanding led me to believe this was a man of God. How much you want to bet that was a wrong turn? I had no idea that there was an organization in the subgroup called a coven or coven. I guess there are different ways to pronounce it. I've never belonged, but I hear some people say coven, some people say coven, whatever it's called. I had no idea that that man had connections with a low vibrational lifestyle. That he sacrificed people. Oh God. He sacrificed people as a career. Son of a pastor. With the pretense that he was a business owner. He owned a restaurant, which I visited many times. As a matter of fact, when I first went there, the real highlight reel for me, the real owner of the business stated my ex was the boss. He was the owner. He was the supervisor. You see, they were in cahoots. You understand? In agenda, brace yourselves. Of human trafficking. Did you hear what I just said? In agenda of human trafficking. So those of you that are on sites, trust and believe you don't always know who you think you know. And this is why you need to stay in constant